Hi, this is Sachem Teen Services librarian Miss Debra, and welcome to another Mindful Monday. Today, we're going to use art to stimulate our mindful practice. Just as witnessing the breath in mindful practice connects us to the here and now, the process of observing artwork is a doorway to the present moment. The pandemic has made us more anxious and depressed and isolated than ever before. We need more modern day experiences that help bring us back to the practice of observing and absorbing time as it unfolds. Like mindful practice, looking at a work of art forces us to slow down and to shift from quick and rapid and habitual patterns of thinking and to become more streamlined and more focused. To stand in front of a work of art requires the ability to be still and engage in the act of seeing, taking in color, line, movement, the obvious details, and the more subtle undertones, the way you might take in a cleansing breath. Art opens the space between our thoughts and emotions and allows us to move into a higher level of consciousness. When we see art, we're often moved or inspired. Since many museums are not open due to the pandemic, we can use Google Arts and Culture to find some artwork. Let's see what we can find.
Okay, so welcome to the Google Arts and Culture website. You can Google this by just Googling Google Arts and Culture. Let's take a look at what they have. If you scroll down a little bit, you'll see a section that says, "What museum do you want to explore today?" Well, we can go into the Musée d'Orsay, which is in Paris, in a beautiful, beautiful place. Go on in. First off, it shows us the beautiful outside. We can scroll around. We can take a look at different areas. It really is quite beautiful. You can actually see the street view and what exactly it looks like, which is quite amazing. It used to be a train station that they made into a museum right on the streets of Paris, right on the Seine. It's really quite beautiful, even in architecture. You can even enter into this beautiful, beautiful space. And just imagine that you're there and that you are in Paris. It even goes through some of the beautiful, beautiful artwork that you can find right here in this museum. So you can scroll around, you can look. You can tell how it was once a train station. Now let's take a look at the collection in the Musée d'Orsay. So you'll see that you can look at different collections. You can look at oil paints or canvas or modern art. I'm going to take a look into the Impressionist art because that's my favorite. Now you'll see that you can see so many beautiful works of art. From whatever artists you want to look at. It really is so beautiful. And what you want to do is you want to make sure that you've carved out a window of time. And you want to head to a space that's relaxing to you. And it could be your room or a favorite room in your house or even outside. I would suggest you bring a journal and a pencil. Give yourself time to become settled and set an intention to be observant. Notice your surroundings, the lighting, the layout of your space, and the sounds, or even the silence around you. So as you're scrolling through the museum art, you want to find a work that you're naturally drawn to. I tend to be drawn to this collection of Renoir paintings. You want to soften your gaze and relax your jaw. Let your eyes move slowly across the surface of the work. Notice where your gaze naturally rests. Observe the colors, the shapes, lines, the textures, and forms. You can even zoom into the work. And really get a good look at your artwork. Notice what arises as you observe. Be receptive to the thoughts or emotions, memories, any ideas that surface. Stay still for several full, deep breaths, taking in the art the same way that you would take in a breath. Maybe consider writing or drawing in response to the artwork in your journal. Write or draw freely, without inhibition. Give yourself time and permission to explore. As with mindful practice, give yourself plenty of time to wrap up so that the experience can be integrated into the rest of your day.
You can also download, if you're interested, the Google Arts and Culture app. Let me show you how it works through the app. So if you wanted to go into Musée d'Orsay, you'd click in. And then if you want to tap to explore, literally looks like you are on the street. Remember, we looked at this before. And then what you can do is you can scroll on, tells you about it. If you want to explore this room, it's really like you are there. It's quite amazing. And then to get to the collection, you scroll through their pictures here. And then you keep going. To get to the prints, you get down here, you click into the Musée d'Orsay. And then a really cool thing is, let's say you wanted to look at this oil painting of Vincent van Gogh. You can, but you can click View in Augmented Reality. And then you can drag your picture here. And now you can actually look at the painting as if it is right there in front of you. Like, as you can see, I'm in Sachem's destination. You can walk in as close as you want and really, really, really look at very close detail at the painting as if you are really there. I just wanted to say thank you so much for joining us on our Mindful Museum walk today. This is Miss Debra. Have a beautiful Mindful Monday.